Hey everybody, Chance from Aquascape here, and today I am showing you guys how I soak my wood. This is the wood that I just got in from Tom Barr. I already made this video, but I forgot to press record, or I thought I did, and I didn't. So I had like a nice comparison of what the wood looked like pre-soaked and what it looks like now, obviously. Here you go, that's now. But I've got like a 7-second clip where I did press play or record, so I'll throw that in here and you can see the difference of what it looked like dry versus wet. And that's one of the main reasons why I soak it when it comes to designing the aquascape. I like the wood to be what color it's going to be when the water is in the tank. Now, that said, you know, that allows you to place darker pieces of wood that are not, you know, not well suited for the very back of the tank. If you've ever looked at any kind of like mountainscape photography or anything along those lines, or landscape photography, the darker colors are pulled towards the front of the photograph and the lighter colors are always towards the back. That's pretty much how we see as well. That is due to light, you know, lighting. So when the sun is up atop of things, you don't really see what's down in front of the sun or being blocked or anything like that because of shading and angles and because the earth is round. The way that plays on objects on Earth. So with that, I like to soak the wood. This allows the true colors to come out, and you know, you have some lighter pieces and you have some darker pieces, and with that, when you're designing, you can use it to really help build depth. Also, another reason why I soak my wood as opposed to boiling it is boiling will actually change the composition of the interior or the core of the wood. It'll make that soft. It'll make it all soft and smushy, and it'll decay faster, a lot faster, in fact. So that's why I don't boil the wood. I don't recommend it at all. I see a lot of people talking about boiling the wood on social media and stuff like that. I would steer clear of that if I were you. Just saying. If you're looking to sterilize the wood, you can do what I am doing right here, filling it up with water, and you can add peroxide into the mix. Peroxide will not harm the wood. Will not do anything long term to the wood at all. In fact, this bucket here is all repurposed driftwood. Some I got from a buddy, some was mine, but it was all coated in BBA and hair algae and stuff like that. It all was pretty rough from abandoned scapes of mine that some of them I had sitting in the yard and stuff like that, and then it was abandoned scapes of my buddies. Stuff like that. So cleaned up very nicely, just hydrogen peroxide and water. There's no algae on it, and I had to do no scrubbing. I did not scrub any of the wood. Literally just a couple bottles of 3% hydrogen peroxide and thyme. And if you want to do that with wood you collect from the wild, you can, to try to sterilize or to sterilize anything that may be on it, parasites or whatever may be living in the wood. Who knows? Also, soaking the wood helps that as well, because it'll draw out any kind of creatures that may be dwelling in the wood, things like that. You know, there could be, I don't know, spiders or whatever, who knows? But you go and you place it directly in your tank when it's dry. It's just, you know, less control over your environment. There's also, I mean, these were clean buckets when I started, and you can see there's all sorts of debris, all sorts of lichen and moss and things already growing on the wood, all sorts of organic matter floating in here. That would have all just gone directly into your tank, down into your substrate, into your filter, wherever. So soaking the wood first also gets rid of that stuff and allows the tank to stay cleaner longer. And again, the biggest reason though comes down to design aspects for me. Like I said, that little clip, and I'll plug it in here too, of the difference between it being wet and dry is huge. And I think when you're designing a scape, it's best to work with the wood as the color it's going to be. Otherwise, you're going to be missing something. You know, something's going to be off. It's not going to look right to the eye. It'll be some reason unappealing, and that'll be primarily because you either don't have the shades of colors of the woods in the right place, or it just throws your depth off. And I'm no, you know, pro aquascaper by any means, but these are bits and pieces of advice that were given to me by people who are pro aquascapers, by people who are pretty much have won lots of competitions, especially the person who gave me that bit of advice. So just something to heed. But yeah, so as far as time length, I soak it till it stops floating, and then I use it. I just go ahead and start designing with it. So all this wood here is for my 2022 120p competition scape. So we'll be tearing through that, and you guys will get to see that once the results are out for that year, next year. So it'll be a while, but something to look forward to. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to share with you guys bits of information and why I do what I do with the hardscape as far as soaking it. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns on this process, please leave them as comments here in the video. Let's grow the channel. Let's do what we can to spread the awareness of aquascaping and build it up in the United States. Also, that really cool frog that I told you about is still here. He's still just hanging out. He wants you guys to share, like, subscribe to this channel as much as possible on like as many social media platforms as you can. Yeah, or he's gonna come for you while you sleep. Look at him. He's not kidding. So like, subscribe, and share these videos, or this guy's gonna eat me. All right, have a good one, guys. Bye.